Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry, I know it's been a long time and I say that in like high key every single video, but it has been a long time. So right now it is New Year's Eve, December 31st. Actually, just kidding. I think it's like a little after midnight, so technically it's already in the new year, but right now I'm in Korea and I'm actually at the airport. So basically I did some traveling after I finished my semester off in Hong Kong, and then this is my last stop. I just have an overnight layover in Korea before I fly back to the DC area, and then yeah, I know this timing is not ideal because obviously I'd love to be celebrating New Year's Eve with my friends at home and everything, or like abroad, but I bought my tickets for my flights back home like too late, so then I wanted to save like a few $100s because that was like the difference between getting a ticket back from like 2018 versus like the new year, and I'm too broke after like semester abroad, so I figured I would sacrifice and then just spend like a night in the airport. And like at first I was like kind of bummed. I was like, oh, it's not really ideal, but honestly this place is so cool. Like right now I'm actually in like a shower here. Like they have a lot of really generous amenities, honestly, for like those who have transfer flights. So yeah, I kind of figured why not just film while I'm here. The last memories of Asia, pretty much. I flew from Taiwan here, and I was there for a few days with my friend, and prior to that I was in Japan. And then prior to that I was in Hong Kong, but that's irrelevant. But yeah, so happy New Year to everyone, and I'm gonna celebrate now by getting unready because my flight doesn't leave until 10:15 in the morning, and right now it's just a little bit after midnight and I still want to just like wash up and prep. So yeah, I'm gonna try and film in here and just show you guys what I do a little chit chat, I don't know, something like that. I also don't really have a tripod, so right now I'm holding it, but then where I'm gonna keep my camera is balanced right on top of that soap dispenser because like I couldn't get anywhere else to work. But yes, indeed. Okay, so I really hope the camera doesn't fall at some point because right now it's like really unstable and I question why I always do this because there's always such a huge risk of me breaking my camera that I like saved up a lot for back in the day. Anywho, hope this works out. Yeah, so I have a pretty extensive routine, but since I'm not in a rush, we really just want to stay chillin', and also now that I have my own space in the airport, why not? So I'm just gonna try my hair up first, and then I think I'm just gonna floss and brush my teeth because I actually just went to, they have a 7-Eleven here. First off, 7-Elevens in Asia are like far superior to any convenience store in the US, really. But yeah, so I went there and I got a lot of unnecessary food just because I'm that person, and like I don't know, I think a part of me is like, oh my god, I won't have this when I go back home, so I need to get everything I can right now, even though it's like already after midnight. I really should not be eating anymore, but it's okay because I gained some weight in Asia just because I don't know how anyone doesn't, but January is cutting season for me, but we'll see. Anywho, so I'm kind of bloated, and like if I brush my teeth I'll stop eating everything, so that's good. So I just want to start with some floss. Yeah, so, and then wrap it around and get started on that. Okay, I'm done with that. That was attractive. So now time to brush my teeth. And I'm going to be using my beloved toothbrush that I've not charged in a while. So it's probably going to die on me halfway, and we're just going to like kind of estimate how much remaining time I have with it. At one point, like, because usually I can get it to like at least start off okay, but then it's like, now I feel very clean, minty fresh, and not like I want to go eat any more food, which is good. And yeah, oh, my hair looks so gross actually, but I figured I would just like wait it out until I fly back home to like wash it again. I'm gonna retie it up so it doesn't fall off. Okay, so I have a pretty complex skincare routine-ish, just because, you know, after Accutane and everything, I want to make sure my skin stays like nice and clear, even when I'm traveling, which is why I'm doing this right now. But yes, so I didn't wear that much makeup today. I just like a tiny bit of like eyebrow gel and like some like highlight, so I didn't look dead inside. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take that off with like a makeup wipe. I have these mini ones from Hans that I brought out with me. But yeah, let me just get it open. But usually if I wear more makeup, yeah, again, I'll usually use either a wipe or a cleansing oil. I found that to be probably better because it's like more sustainable, environmentally friendly, but also it does a really good job of like literally melting off the makeup from your face, especially like the really hard to get off like eye makeup, like the waterproof ones, because usually like I've used like micellar water and everything in the past, and that was good too, but I still felt like I had to do a lot of rubbing in the eye area, and like I don't want that premature aging. So I'm in the market for a new oil cleanser, and I'm thinking about the Face Shop's light oil cleanser. I think something like that. It was like one of the top rated ones on Amazon, and had really good reviews, and I've really enjoyed the Face Shop products that I've used in the past, so might be buying that soon. But if you have any other suggestions, please let me know. But yeah, so I'll just carefully wipe this stuff off. Okay, makeup is off. So after I remove my makeup, I will go in with a cleanser. So usually at night, I will use a foam cleanser actually. And the one that I usually use is from Innisfree, and it's the Super Volcanic foam cleanser, like the Jeju Volcanic. I'm just like spewing out buzzwords. I will insert a picture so you know what I'm talking about. But I found foam cleansers are really good at like just doing a lot of deep cleansing. So I only do it at night usually, because I feel like if I use it both morning and night, I feel like it strips my skin and I don't really want that. So usually in the mornings, I will use the Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser, and in the evenings, I'll use the foam cleanser. But that was too big for me to bring in my, carry-on. So that's in my check bag, and I do have the Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser in this little bottle right here. This looks ratchet, but this is what it is. So we're just gonna use this, and I like to use all my cleansers on this little like scrubby pad thing that I got from Sephora a while back. But I find it does a really good job of like just kind of lathering up whatever products I'm using, and also kind of doing a very light exfoliation in the meantime. So yeah, I think it's really good with most cleansers that I've used. I really like that. Also, I am kind of sick, in case you couldn't tell. You probably couldn't tell, but it was bad. Like recently, I've just been like hacking out my like guts every time I cough. And I was like honestly so afraid they would like escort me to like quarantine after I got off the airplane. I felt so bad for like anyone who sit next to me, but like I'm really trying to keep it in. But again, I'm just kind of like, I'll suck it up until I go back home, and hopefully like a solid 24-hour nap will get me back in shape. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and wash my hands first, and then wipe my face and go on with the cleanser. Okay, when I use the soap, I really hope that I don't shake anything. Excellent, got the soap. Just because again, you guys are watching from the soap dispenser and in my headphones case, and then my camera carefully balanced on top, which is not okay. Would not recommend, but also kind of would recommend because this angle is not too good. So I wet my face, and then I wet my scrubber, and I put a few pumps of the cleanser on here, and I'll just go ahead and start scrubbing it lightly on my face. And yeah, guys, Asia has been such a good time. Like, there's been so many ups and downs, and like I know I didn't really share too much while I've been abroad, and I apologize if you guys were interested and I didn't deliver. I don't know, I hope it wasn't too selfish of me, but I just really wanted to like experience everything for myself and not always be concerned about filming everything. But like, of course, especially at the end of my abroad experience, like I felt kind of like in Hong Kong especially, I felt kind of like, I feel a few regrets about not filming more because it's gonna be hard to like actually remember everything. I did get a few good video clips in that I might put together and eventually post on here. But all in all, I feel like I learned a lot while I was abroad, like about myself, about Asia, Hong Kong, going places, traveling, independence, I don't know, all these things that like all these typical abroad people who go abroad say. But honestly, it's true, and like I had a few hard times. Actually, like a good half of the time was hard, a lot of adjustment, but yeah, ultimately no regrets about going abroad, because at one point, or multiple points during the last like 5 months or so, I definitely was like, oh my god, what am I doing? But yeah, it's been good, and it's like pretty surreal to me that like in like, I don't know, 24 hours I'll be back home. Less than 24 hours. Oh my god. No, 24 hours. I can't math. Anyway, I'll be home soon, back in the States, and like it's been so long, and I don't know how I'm gonna like readjust back to everything. But I do miss all my friends and my family and everything, so it's really nice. Okay, I'm gonna rinse this off. I've been scrubbing for quite some time now. Rinsed off my face, and I'm just gonna wipe. Oh my god, everything's fine. Sorry. I'm just gonna pat dry with the towel that they provided. So generous, honestly. If I didn't already shower today, I would be taking advantage of the nice shower they have here. But I will probably be going to their like napping area afterwards to either take a nap or just watch YouTube until I have to check in at like 9:45 a.m. But honestly, that is no challenge for me. I just love chilling and watching YouTube. I feel like it's so bad, but those are like, that's my hobby. But I can't tell people that because I need to sound like I actually do other things. Anywho, so again, I'm kind of happy about this whole setup because now I have an excuse to stay up all night on my laptop. Yeah. Next, I'm going in with toner, and then the one that I've been using consistently for like the last few years. Sounds like a long time, because I've used the Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser for like the last like 4 to 5 years, no joke. Even if you go all the way back, like way back when, to my like early mid high school YouTube video that I did on skincare when I was a fetus, I'm still using the Cetaphil one. But this one is the Thayer's Rose Petal Witch Hazel. I think this one doesn't actually have the rose petal. I just kind of like put the big one in here. That was unscented. But yeah, super good, very gentle, and I feel like it does a great job of just kind of making sure I've really cleansed everything and removed my skin of the impurities. So put that on a cotton round and wipe that on my face. And I love this stuff. Also, I realized I didn't even give any background info on like what I've been talking about. Not really, to anyone who's new or following me for the first time. Welcome, hello. I don't know what you're expecting from me, but I hope you enjoy this video. Basically, I went abroad this semester, and I'm now a second semester senior in college. So I'm gonna be graduating in May, as long as I pass my classes. And sometimes I worry, like, will I even? But who knows? I'm really hoping so. But yeah, so I decided to go abroad for the first half of my senior year, and I ended up in Hong Kong. And I say ended up because even going abroad was a decision that I did not put enough thought into, quite honestly, because I was pretty dead set on not going abroad. I kind of had to convince myself, like, you know, as great as the experience would be and how much like all my friends who went abroad loved everything, like, I don't really need it. I can recreate that like after I graduate. But then I kind of went into a whole thing like, oh my god, what if I regret not going abroad? Like, so pretty last minute in like earlier this year in spring, I mean, not say this year because it's teenager, but earlier in, I want to say maybe February, March, around that time I applied to go abroad, and when I was picking cities, honestly, I really didn't know what I was doing. Our school does, like the school that I go to does have a lot of partnerships with like universities abroad, but yeah, I just wasn't really sure what I wanted, just that I felt like I had to go abroad and apply somewhere. Pause real quick on this story that you guys probably don't care about, but so after I'm done with toner, I go in with a gentle spot treatment. So this one is from Harahuda, I believe. It's the Harahuda Blemish Spot Treatment, and it's Japanese. I bought this when I was in Hong Kong when I first got there, after I ran out of, I don't know what I ran out of, but I was like, I needed spot treatment is what it is. And I found this at my local Sasa, which is kind of like the Ulta of like Hong Kong, maybe Asia, other parts of Asia, at least in Hong Kong definitely. So yeah, I bought it and it works pretty well, and I'm pretty sure the active ingredient is salicylic acid. Please don't quote me on that, but I found that this works pretty well, and this is my second tube, so I mean, I like it well enough. But yeah, I like to put it in after I tone, just so it can all absorb before I put on the moisturizer. Anywho, what was I saying? Oh, how I picked Hong Kong. Yeah, it was to the point where like when I was meeting people when I first got to Hong Kong, other exchange students were like, oh my god, why'd you pick Hong Kong? And I would like come up with all these like BS reasons, kind of like, oh, Hong Kong, like there's enough English where like I can still feel like I get around without I don't know, but I don't speak Cantonese, so it's still foreign to me, and it's city, and it's cool, and I've been to Asia, but not all of Asia. So, I don't know, I was saying all this kind of stuff. In reality, I did not know why I ended up in Hong Kong, or why I picked Hong Kong. I think part of it was that the few friends of mine who did end up going there really enjoyed it, and then I feel like I wanted to save Europe for like a post-grad trip kind of thing. But yeah, so for me, apparently that was enough to just pick Hong Kong, and I got into the program. I did my semester at HKU, University of Hong Kong, aka the Harvard of Hong Kong, as I like to say. I'm so obnoxious, but it's a good school, and I was like, wow, you know, I'd love that experience, it'd be really cool. And it was really cool. Lots of ups. Oh my god, I need to stop. Anywho, I don't even know where I'm going with all this. I'm so sorry if you guys don't want to listen to me talk. You can skip through all this video. You can dislike it. I prefer you don't dislike it. Just LMK that you didn't like it. That's fine. Anywho, done with the spot treatment. Also, I know I'm kind of like talking all over the place and doing this and that and this and that. But if you know me in real life, this is actually how I roll. My videos, I feel like usually I'm kind of like thought about things through a little bit more. It's not usually chit chat style, but you know what? I'm in the airport in Korea. It's like pushing 1 a.m. and like one of my last few days, nights, hours left in Asia, and I'm feeling myself, so we're just gonna go with it. Anyway, so after I do spot treatment, usually this is when I would go with like a face oil or something. So for the last few months, I've actually been using vitamin C oil from Banish to help kind of fade out my hyperpigmentation, because I still have some like spots and discoloration where the bulk of my acne happened, which unfortunately were like all over my cheeks. But as you can see, a lot of it has gotten better, but I also very unfortunately ran out of my oil towards the end of the trip, and I haven't gotten the chance to like really figure out exactly what I want to replace it with. So for now, I've not been using anything. But what I am gonna do is go in with a sleeping mask, which is super moisturizing. This one is, let's see, it's the Bulgarian Rose Blemish Care Sleeping Pack. And then I just go in with a little spatula and then put it all over. And this way my face will be super hydrated, just because airplane air is not ideal, and like just traveling in general is not ideal for like, you know, getting your best skin. So I want to make sure my skin is not dying. So for now, I'm just going to do this. I'm pretty sure in the morning before I have to check in, I'll probably just do my skincare again, just because it'll be morning. And my flight is about 13-14 hours, and I don't see myself going to wash up on the airplane, so probably repeat this in the morning. But yeah, so I just like to blend this in, or rub this in carefully. I don't know what I'm saying, guys, but yeah, so I was in Hong Kong, and it was quite the experience. I can do a whole video on that if any of you guys are interested, or if any of you guys are like in college around the same age and wanted to get an idea of what a study abroad experience is like. Everyone's experience is very different, depending on where you choose to go, whatever, everything like that. But if you guys are curious, I'd be more than happy to do a video on that. But yeah, so, and then while I was in Hong Kong, I had some extra time where I was able to do some traveling on the side. So this is technically my second time in Korea now, because I went earlier in 2018, around mid-October. Actually, it was like, I was in Korea for my birthday, and because we had our reading week, which is like a reading week, which is the week where before finals or midterms, I guess, that's dedicated to studying. But like if you're an exchange student and you're here past fail, which was me, pretty much everyone just goes traveling, so that's what I did. And I chose Korea, where I had a few other friends who were studying abroad, and it was a fantastic time. So I think it's actually like pretty nice in a small way that I get to end my whole experience in Asia back in one of the places that I really liked. Yeah, so I got to go to, I went to a few different parts of China because I do have family in China. So I went to Shanghai. People want to flame me for saying that. I went to Shanghai, and then my dad is from Ningbo, which is actually really close to Shanghai, so then I took a bus there. And then I also went to Xi'an, which is where my mom's from, which is where like the terracotta warriors are, if you guys know what that is. And then I went to Shenzhen because that was really close to Hong Kong. We actually just took the MTR there. Took a lot of like switching lines, but we didn't have to fly, so that was cool. And then yeah, I went to Korea for a week, and then I was in Hong Kong for the rest of the time. And then after Hong Kong, which I left like mid to late December, I was in Japan for like about a week with one of my best friends from home, who was actually studying abroad next semester. So it was kind of like our last reunion kind of thing. That sounds really depressing, but it was a really nice reunion. She used to be my roommate. And then did a week in Taiwan with her as well, and then here I am in Korea for my overnight layover, and then going back home. And when I fly in, it'll be New Year's morning, and then yeah, and I plan on taking January just to kind of like get settled all over again, and just, I don't know, get into the swing of things. Also getting, okay, my camera cut off. It was basically telling me that I've been talking for too long, which it's right. But anywho, so I'm almost done anyway, camera, so whatever. Now I'm gonna finish off with some eye cream, and this is from Laneige. This is the White Plus Renew eye cream. I don't really have many thoughts on this. I got it on sale, and I just wanted an eye cream because I want to, you know, again, prevent, what is it, premature aging and wrinkles, especially on the eye area. And also, I like don't get that much sleep on average, and I would like something to help my dark circles. If this doesn't work, it's chill, but you know, I need to at least try. One thing that's interesting though is this one definitely does have some like, not glitter, but some shimmer almost. Like I can kind of, you can see it when you like first like squeeze it out, but I didn't even realize until like, so I wore an eye mask when I was in Hong Kong because like we didn't have any curtains in our room, and it was like bright AF, and for like the longest time I'd wake up when the sun came out, which was like far too early for me considering I would go to sleep at like 2 or 3 a.m. But then on my eye mask, oh yeah, so I wore an eye mask. But so on my eye mask, I noticed there was like all this shimmer, and I had no idea where it came from at first, and I realized, oh, it's from the eye cream, duh. But yeah, so I just put some of that in, and I'm pretty much done for, so usually at this point, if I have any active pimples or areas that I feel like need some more like acne help, I'll go back in with my spot treatment, and I'll just put like a generous amount right on top of like a pimple or like that area. So right now I don't really have anything, God bless, but I have like one that looks like it could become a pimple, So I'm gonna put a generous amount there, and then I have a few like tiny recovering ones that I feel like could use some extra help just to like really fight everything off. So I just like to dot it on top. And actually what I'm gonna finish off with is some lip balm, because lip balm is skincare as well. So even I can't read this anymore because it got so messed up. But this is the Smith's Strawberry Lip Salve, I think. If you know what the Rosebud Lip Salve is, the one that comes in a tin, that's pretty much this, but the strawberry version. No, this is the strawberry version of that in a tube. And I got this from Urban Outfitters this summer, like kind of randomly. But it was a lifesaver. Like, I think this is by far like my favorite lip balm that I've like ever had, like ever. And it was actually really good when my lips were still really dry from Accutane. So would super recommend this. And it was so cool because I remember I was reading the tube and I was like, huh. And I saw it was made in Maryland. I'm like, oh my god, I'm made in Maryland too. Anyway, would recommend trying this out. But I love it. Carry it with me everywhere. Alrighty guys, so I'm done with everything. I know this was a super lengthy video. I haven't edited this yet, but I already know it's gonna be really long and super chatty. I hope you weren't annoyed with me and all the randomness that I was talking about, but I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what content you would like to see in this upcoming new year. I want to be better at just YouTubing. Or regardless, I think I'll continue to make videos and document, if not just so I have something to look back on. But I would love to be putting out stuff that you guys would want to see as well. Hope you guys stick around with me for the new year, and that you guys have a great start to the new year as well. Set some goals or not. You can set them secretly, don't have to make them a big deal, and just try and reach them. I don't remember this. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean up and then go either edit this video or just like binge watch some YouTube in the nap room. But yeah, wish you guys the best. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, please subscribe. Yeah, again, leave feedback, comments, anything down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.